Hello dear friends, I'm not bringing today current affair news to focus on the new year that has just begun. Opinion piece 2023, the return of the spirit. 2022 was a cold shower. It will be a year of prosperity and change. A great year to remember who you are. Argentina will rise after hitting rock bottom. Let's start. It's hard to contemplate 2023 without spiraling into nausea, tachycardia and cold sweat, but it's an inescapable duty to lay out the probabilities ahead. Maybe the new year will be all unicorns, rainbows, talking animals and candied violets, but we are not sure. Cobra is optimistic and calls it the return of the spirit. 2023 will be a great year to remember who you are, so take it easy. Let's go into the new year from a place of strength, not weakness, a place of clarity rather than unconsciousness. Spend the weekend thinking about what you want 2023 to look like for you. This is a wonderful opportunity to strengthen yourself from within and set some clear intentions about what you want to create. Saturn will enter Pisces in this new year for a few years and will meet Neptune near the end of its transit. We have 2 or 3 years of Neptune in Pisces left to finish its 15-year transit. With Pluto entering Aquarius in March, we should be big celebrities become part of the past. Transformation 2023 will have 2 aspects to consider. The first is the larger world we all share, which seems to be imploding in multiple ways. The second is your personal world and what you wish to do with it. This begins with knowing how you want to evolve, as well as thinking about what you want to create. The year 2022 was a very unpleasant cold shower. The long talked about emergency finally reached increasing speed, with a faster and more direct collapse than any emperor achieved in the later day Rome. Most major spiritual traditions present some version of the idea of death and rebirth, and it is a fact that we are embedded in cycles, especially seasons. Things revolve and return, are born, develop, degenerate and perish. Systems transform organically from one state to another when the circumstances of time and place act upon them. The result is usually a surprise, and not all surprises are bad. So goodbye 2022 and hello little baby 2023. Take us wherever you want us to go, and let's move forward boldly. Forecast 2023 by James Howard Kanstler. Germany and many other European member states tear on the brink of leaving modernity behind. They managed to fight back and fill their gas reserves enough this autumn to perhaps make it through the winter without freezing to death, but not without much sacrifice, cutting down Europe's forests and wearing their coats indoor. Now it remains to be seen how this will work. We will know more in March. France would have been the exception in Europe because of its large fleet of atomic power in the way of replacing them. So France will also be increasingly subject to a shortage of affordable energy. The euro would have to be phased out gradually, and sovereign bankruptcies make the European Union financial system unsustainable, and animosities and hostilities arise. Each country will have to return to its traditional money. Prosperous year. Incredible predictions by Moni Vidente for 2023. The famous Cuban tarot reader Moni Vidente predicted radical changes in Latin America for 2023 and said that the world must prepare itself to face great droughts, attacks and armed conflicts. Despite this, it will be a prosperous year and will bring economic stability. The 44-year-old Cuban psychic, who lives in Mexico, is known for making reckless predictions. This time, as she does every year, she prepared her followers for what, according to her, 2023 holds in store. A violent year. According to Moni, 2023 will be dominated by the card of death and the card of the courage, which implies that it will be a violent year, predicting war and coups d'etat in several countries. The tarot reader assured that many leaders would disappear due to attacks, among them well-known artists and sportsmen. According to the fortune teller, the power of President Putin and Russia, in quotes, would be stronger than ever, and Russia would create a new axis together with China and Turkey, which would be an opposition bloc against the Americas and Europe. The tarot cards revealed that in quotes, Lucifer would continue to be present in humankind, with the resignation of Pope Francis and several Vatican bishops, or even seeking the disappearance of the Catholic, Jewish and Muslim religions. In his opinion, the devil would also awaken greater cruelty in humankind. A strong year. Despite the apocalyptic nature of several of her predictions, Moni assured that this year would be a strong one. In quotes, "It's going to be a strong year," she said, and she anticipated that it would be a very prosperous year for those born on the 7th and 23rd of each month. In addition, those of the zodiac signs Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, or Virgo would be destined to dominate the year 2023 in every way: money, progress, business, love, strength, and power. Another positive aspect would be scientific advances, particularly within medicine. The tarot reader envisions that there will be breakthroughs in curing cancer and AIDS. 2023 would also bring economic stability. According to the psychic, it is the ideal time for entrepreneurship and for acquiring new assets. Droughts and volcanoes. The coming year would be dominated by the sun, and there would be great droughts in various regions of the world. The planet would be hit by the eruption of volcanoes and various earthquakes. However, this would produce in the population a greater awareness and actions for the care of natural resources. Americas. The seer also dedicated a chapter to making electoral forecasts for some American countries that, according to her, would change their rulers during 2023. Although the elections in Peru are set for 2024, Moni Vidente predicted the arrival of a new president in the South American country in 2023. According to the woman, the new president would be a young, intelligent and strong man, an economist by profession, who would take the country forward. On the other hand, the election would lead to riots and demonstrations in the streets, demanding justice. The clairvoyant also said that the former president of Peru would die during the year from illness or poisoning. Argentina. For the Cuban, the next elections in Argentina wouldn't be easy. Vice President Cristina Fernández de Kirchner would not be a candidate, while Alberto Fernández would end his term office with accusations of fraud. According to Moni, Argentina would have a better economic future with a figure of German or French descent, and with links to the US, Canada, and France. Argentina, after hitting rock bottom, would rise up in every way, she assured. USA. Moni said that the US president might want to resign before the next elections. Donald Trump would try to re-enter the political scene to be a candidate for the presidency, although it would be impossible for him to do so. Moni said. In this scenario, the tycoon would try to bet on the candidacy of his daughter Ivanka Trump or her husband. The psychic assured that the USA would also change its regulations that would favor immigrants. Remember who you are. 2023 is a great year to remember who you are, says Saratoga Ocean. The year will have two aspects to consider. The first is the larger world we all share, which seems to be imploding in multiple ways. The second is your personal world and what you want to do with it. This starts with knowing how you want to evolve, as well as thinking about what you want to create. I see thee as having two areas of life to strengthen. One is your ability to be aware of the larger trajectories in this world. This is important so that we can effectively navigate future world events without being caught by surprise as happened in 2020. The second and most important area to strengthen is our ability to evolve, create and manifest. Until recently, we had the freedom to develop as creators without state-sponsored interference. But the controllers of this planet are trying to give a death sentence to that evolutionary goal. They have begun a campaign to destroy our innate humankind's creative energy. That is what transhumanism is all about. It means moving from our natural humankind to a completely different synthetic species that has little or no power to create. The goal would be to turn humankind into a biological host for a parasitic energy of artificial intelligence. The divine masculine and the divine feminine would be the basis of all creation in this universe. When you destroy that energy in a species, you are destroying the species itself. The intention is to create something completely artificial. So, if you wish to evolve as a humankind in 2023, you would be wise to hold on your humankind in this sense. My definition of a transhuman is someone who has turned against their own species and against every other biological species on this planet. For without the divine masculine and the divine feminine, we as humankind have one foot in the grave and our former human existence. We will have entered the final digestive system of artificial intelligence. This would be an attempt to separate humankind from its natural body. Once a biological human being was seen as an enemy of the state and therefore not allowed to speak as such, it would have a dramatic impact on everyone's mind. The controllers would be trying to destroy our body's ability to energetically conduct the divine masculine and feminine energies of who we are as cosmic creators. They want us to separate our consciousness from our physical being. Since 2020, they have been trying to turn us against our natural humankind body in every way imaginable. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.